video of this chapter, perimeter and area. The first was a video on concepts, second was on square and rectangle, and the third video here will complete the chapter. I will have some 16 questions here, and I will cover path, four walls, triangle, parallelogram and a circle, right? So let's get started. So the first question here, find the area of a triangle whose base is 25 centimeters and height is 8 centimeters. Okay. So here is the diagram. Base 25, height you have to height is 8 centimeters given. So what is the area of a triangle? Half base into height. So half into half, 25 into 8, which is half into 200, which is 100 centimeters square. Okay. So that's the area of a triangle. Now we go to the next question. Find the altitude or the height of a triangle whose base is 12 centimeters and area is 600 centimeters square. So herein area is given, and so herein this is the diagram. You have made the base as 12 and height you have to calculate, right? And area is given. Simple. So you just replace the values, and the area is 600 centimeters square. Because area is square centimeters or square meters, yeah. And the area of a triangle is half base into height. Half base is 12 into height, which you have to calculate. So now you replace the values. Area is given 600. 600 is equal to half into 12 into h. 12 is the base, right? And h you have to calculate. So which means 2 will go here. So it becomes 1200. 1200 is equal to 12h, right? And h is equal to 1200 upon 12, which is 100 centimeters, right? So basically, that was how you can calculate height, or you can calculate, area. So in this question, we did calculate the area of a triangle, and here we did want to know the height when the area is given, and also a base was given. Okay. Now, third question: find the area of a right angle triangle. What is a right angle triangle? This is the right angle triangle. It's at a right angle. One of the angles is a right angle. And we have a hypotenuse, you have a base, and you have got two sides, and we have a hypotenuse. So the side opposite to the right angle is a hypotenuse, which is the longest side. Always remember this in a right angle triangle. Find the area of a right angle triangle. This is how you make a right angle triangle. Whose sides containing right angles? Whose sides containing right angles are 15 centimeter and 12 centimeter, right? So this is the diagram ABC triangle. Sides containing the right angle is AB and BC. BC is 15 and AB is 12, right? So now, area of a right angle triangle is same, half base into height, because that's the area of a triangle, that doesn't change, which means half BC into AB, and BC is 12 and BC is 15 and AB is 12 centimeters. So you just always make a diagram on the left or right hand side, and then it becomes easy for you, right? So 15 into 12 is 180, and half into 180 is 90. So 90 centimeters square is your area. They ask you area of a right angle triangle. Okay. So I hope till here it is clear to you, students. And so now we proceed further. Now the question is, area of a right angle triangle is 600 centimeters square. Now they have given you the area. Okay. If one of its sides containing the right angle is 40 centimeters, find the other two sides of the triangle. Simple. See, now we make a diagram here. This is the right angle triangle. One of the area is given 600. One of the side is 40 centimeters containing right. So we can take any of the sides which have a right angle. BC, suppose I take BC as 40. Now he is saying find the other two sides. Now x is the other side AB, which is not known, and this is the hypotenuse, which is not known, right? So let's see how we do it. Area is 600 centimeters square. So half base into height is equal to 600. Simple. Now what we know? We know one of the sides 40. So half base into height is half into 40 into x. X is the other side which we don't know. So half into 40 into x is equal to 600, which means 40, this is 40x by 2. So 40x by 2 is equal to 600, right? This is given to you, area, and this is half base into height. So we are just replacing the values, and we have taken this x is the other side, and this is the hypotenuse. These two sides have to be calculated. So which means 40x is equal to, this goes there, 1200, x is equal to 1200 by 40, which is 30. So x is 30. This is the first part of the question which we have taken. X is equal to 30. Now we know we have to take this. Now we know this is the hypotenuse. So from one is this 30 centimeter, which is x, which we have calculated now. So from 1 above, which is 30 centimeters, AC can be taken. AC is the hypotenuse. AC can be taken by Pythagoras theorem. So what does the Pythagoras theorem says? That the square of the hypotenuse is equal to the square of the sum of the squares of the other two sides. Sum of the squares of the other two sides is equal to the hypotenuse square, which means hypotenuse square is equal to AB square plus BC square, right? Which is 30 square plus 40 square. 30 is, we did calculate from here, and 40 is this already given, which is AC square is equal to, this is AC, right? This is AC. AC square is equal to 900, which is 30 square, which is 900, and 40 square, which is 1600. So AC square is equal to 2500, and AC is equal to square root of 2500, which is 50 centimeters. Okay. Now another question here. Find the height of a parallelogram whose area is 338 meters square and base is 13 meters. Now this is centimeter, this is meters, right? Doesn't make a difference. It can be meters or centimeters, but the area will always be square meters or square centimeters, right? Now area is given. Area of a parallelogram. This is parallelogram. See what is given here. First make a diagram ABCD parallelogram. This one of the sides is given. Base is 13 meter. I have mentioned 13 meter, and from this base you make a 90 degree altitude at which is height. So it is at 9 degrees. You always make a height. This is height. So because height is asked, right? So on this base, if you draw a right angle on this base, then it's a height. So height is, you can give it anything over here. You can just put it over here. Doesn't make a difference. But then DO is the height. But herein I simply just have to replace the formula. So area is this 338. Base is 13. So area of parallelogram is base into height. Area of triangle is half base into height. Area of parallelogram is base into height. Much simpler, right? But you have to remember it, base into height. Don't interchange, right? So base into height, base is 13 meters. Height is, we don't know. So base into height, 13 into h is equal to 338, or 338 is equal to 13 into h. So h is equal to 338 upon 13, which is 26 meters, right? 13 to the 26, and this is how much? 26 and 4, 7, 78, and 78 is 30 into 6 is 78, so 26 meters, right? So this is the height of a parallelogram. Now we have some more questions, and let's proceed further. Two questions on parallelogram as well as further. So the sixth question is, the longer side of the parallelogram is 54 centimeters and the corresponding altitude is 16 centimeter. Okay. So you remember the I told you in the concepts which was in the tabular form. So you do study the perimeter and area, the very first video on concepts. So there was a longer side and the shorter side of the parallelogram, and then they were corresponding altitudes. So let's see. This is a similar question on that concept. So if the altitude corresponding to the shorter side is 24 centimeters, find the shorter side. So what this question means, that this is a parallelogram ABCD, right? So there are two sides. One is the shorter side, one is the longer side. So CD is the longer side and the BD is the shorter side. So the height or the altitude corresponding to the longer side is 16, while the height which is corresponding to the shorter side is 24. So we want to know the shorter side. So area of the parallelogram is base into height, right sir? Right students? 54 into 16. 54 into 16. Longer side. Again area of parallelogram base into height. For the shorter side will be again base into height. Base we want to calculate as per the question, right? So which is BD into 24. Because this is the altitude, right? So now basically this area of parallelogram. So you just equate from 1 and 2. 54 into 16 is equal to BD into 24. BD is what we need to calculate, which is the height. Sorry, which is the base. We want the base. Find the shorter side. Shorter side is the base. BD is the base, which is also the shorter side of the parallelogram, right? So we get BD as 54 into 16 divided by 24. So this becomes how much? 8 to the 16, 8 to the 24, and 3 into 18 is 54. So 18 into 2 is 36. So 36 is the shorter side. So this question can come. Basically, you have shorter side and longer side, and you have a corresponding height or the corresponding altitudes for the parallelogram, right? So one of the base is not known, and we can always calculate the base because we know the corresponding altitudes of the parallelogram, and also we know one of the longer sides. Now let's do another question. A hall is 15 meter long, 10 meter wide, and 5 meter high. So this is the diagram. You see, this is the hall. It has got 4 walls. It's got a ceiling and it's got a roof. Right? Ceiling is roof or ceiling is same. Sorry, floor and ceiling. So ceiling and roof is same. So any room will have 4 walls. It will have a floor and it will have a ceiling or a roof. So now a hall is 15 meter. This is the length. 10 meter is the height. You see, this is what? GH. GH is the, sorry, GF. EFGH. EFGH is the ceiling. And this is the, GF is the width. Right? Height is EA. 5 meters. So let's see. 15 meters length, long. 10 meters wide. GF 10 meters wide. And 5 meters high. This is the height. This is the height, right? This and this is same height. This is the, you can see CD and GF is same. So basically it's 10 meters width, right? And length is BC, which is 15 meters. This is given, right? Its walls and roof have to be whitewashed from inside. So whenever you have to whitewash from inside in any hall, it has to be this. I've shared this portion. Why? Because this has to be left, because you cannot whitewash the, practically you cannot whitewash the floor, right? So that has to be left. So from inside, when you whitewash, it has to be the 4 walls, area of 4 walls plus area of the roof. So question here is simply find the total area to be whitewashed. Simply. So note, we will not whitewash floor. ABCD. ABCD is what? ABCD. This is the floor. So we will not whitewash this. We will just whitewash the ceiling or the roof and the 4 walls. So you see this 1. This is 1. 2. This is 2. 3 and 4. What is this? I am showing you this. This is area of 4 walls. So area to be whitewashed is area of 4 walls. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. Again I show you. 1, which is, you see this one. 2 is at the back. These are 4 walls I am showing you. 3 is this. And 4 is this. Right? This has to be left, and this also has to be whitewashed, right? So area of 4 walls plus roof, EFGH. EFGH is roof. EFGH is the roof. So this is basically what has to happen in whenever you have to whitewash any room. So from table, just mention also over here that from the table which I made in perimeter and area first video on concepts, I had mentioned over there about this formula for area of 4 walls, right? So area of 4 walls is twice length plus breadth into height. You have to memorize, this is the important formula. You just remember this. Twice length plus breadth brackets into height. This is the area of 4 walls. Plus roof is again a rectangle, which is length into breadth. So you just have to now replace the values. We know length is 15, breadth is GH. What is BC is 15, GH is 10, GH is 10, which is width. AE is 5 meters. AE is 5 meters. So always make a diagram which makes the things much easier for you. So just replace the values now. 2 into 15 length plus breadth 10 into 5. This is the formula. Plus 15 into 10. Again length is 15 and breadth is 10. Because this is, again I told you, the roof is a length into breadth. Area of 4 walls is twice length plus breadth into height. Right? So this has to be in brackets. So now 2, 15 plus 10, which means 2 into 25. 2 into 25 into 5. So 2 into 25 is 50. 50 into 5 is 250. This whole has to be multiplied by h outside, right? So first you have to do 2 twice length plus breadth, which is 2 into 25, and that is 50, and then into 5. Height is 5, right? This all is in meters. Is it meters or centimeters? This all is in meters, right? So just don't make any mistake just because you did not see the units. So now this is 250 plus 150, which is 400 meters square. Meter square, yeah, area. Okay. So just remember this. It's not perimeter, it's area. So meter square, right? Now again another question here. A wall is 4.8 meter long and 3.5 meter high. Whenever you get such a question, always know it's a rectangle, right? It's covered with the rectangular tiles of 12 centimeter to 10 centimeters. Find the total cost of tiles at the rate of 2.50, 2 rupees 50 paisa per tile. Now the cost of one tile is mentioned. See the diagram. This is 3.5 meter, 4.8 meters. So basically, it's some kind of a wall, and this wall has to be, tiles have to be put in the wall, which is the area has to be covered by tiles. Now tiles is in centimeters, but the area of the wall is in meters. So note is you have to convert that into centimeters, because then only we will know how many tiles will be used to cover this area. So in this question, let's see how we do this question. Area of wall, which is a rectangle. Area of wall, we have to know the area of the wall first, which is a rectangle. You can see this 4.8 meter into 3.5 meter, which is 480 centimeter into 350 centimeters. Why I have done this? Because convert in same units. Because when you are putting tiles, it is in centimeters. So how will we know number of tiles? Because this has to be the convert in same units always. Remember this. I told you in the concepts also. It has to be in the same units. Because it is meters and meters. When you calculate this area, it is in meters. But then the tiles is in centimeters. So always convert in the same unit, so that the units can be cancelled and you will get the number of tiles. First you get the number of tiles because you already know cost of one tile, and you want to cover this whole area by number of tiles. So this area divided by this area of one tile. So area of one tile is 12 into 10, mentioned to you 120 centimeters square, right? Because now what happens to 480 centimeters? We know 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter, right? So 4.8 meters will be 4.8 into 100, which is 480 centimeters, right? Simple. 4.8 meter has to be converted to centimeters. So 1 meter 100 centimeter, 4.8 meter is 4.8 into 100, which is 480 centimeters. Same way, so 480 centimeters into 350 centimeters, right? Because again 3.5 meter becomes 350 centimeters. So 480 into 350 centimeters square upon 120 centimeters square, because this is one tile. So when you divide this whole area by area of one tile, you will get number of tiles. So what happens? Centimeter square and centimeter square gets cancelled. 120 into 480 divided by 120 is 4. 4 into 350 which is 4 into 350 is 1400 tiles. Simple. Now total cost to put the tiles is 2.50 rupees, which was already given to you. And then how many tiles over there? 1400 tiles, right? So you just multiply, and this is 3500. This is the cost of putting the tiles inside the rectangular wall, right? I think these are not very difficult, very simple questions. You just have to make a diagram and just be wary that, okay, just be careful that if you always want to know how many tiles, then units have to be same. Otherwise, if this would have been centimeters, no issues. Usually wall is bigger, it is in meters only, and tile will be in centimeters. So this question you have to be very careful that if the tiles, small tile may be given in centimeters, and the room will be a wall or room will be in meters, so convert meters into centimeters if they ask you how many tiles would be required. So this way you have to be, this kind of question can come, though it's not a difficult question. And finally, area of the shaded portion. This is a very interesting question. You see, this is the area shaded portion. What is mentioned? This is what do you see in this? There are three figures which have been made. You see a triangle. This is the shaded portion which they have asked you. You see this rectangle. This is 10 meter given to you, 3 meter given to you. AB is 10 meter and AD is 3 meters. And what else is given to you? This is 4 meters and 6 meters. Because this is 10 meters, this is 4 meters, this is 6 meters. So how many figures are being made? One is a rectangle and one is 1 and 2. Now I've given you the hint. 1 and 2 are triangles and this whole is a rectangle. So I hope you got the idea. How would you get the shaded portion? Area of the shaded portion is area of rectangle minus area of triangle 1 plus area of triangle 2. Area of the rectangle minus area of triangle 1 plus area of triangle 2. When you add these two areas and when you add these two areas of triangles and you subtract this by area of rectangle, you will get this particular shaded portion, right? So replacing the values then, replacing 10 into 3 meter square, 10 into 3 meter square is the area of the rectangle, which is 30 meter square, minus add this area of two triangles. These are two triangles, 1 and 2 are triangles. Half base into height, half into base. What is the base for this one? First one, 3 into 4. Height is 4, right? So half 3 into 4 plus half 3 into 6. This is again second one. Second one. So for second one is half. Again base into height. Base is this is the base and height is 6. What is base? This is 3 again. This is 3 into 6. So which is this is 12 and this is 2 divided by 2. This is 6 and this is 6 is 18 divided by 2 is 9. So 6 plus 9 is 15. 30 minus 15 is equal to 15 meters square. Right? There are some more questions left and let's proceed further. Students, so now we have some more questions on basically this is the rectangle and this is the path. So some questions were there on path which is missing. So path and then circle. So this part was missing. Now we will cover this part as well. Right? So the question is, a rectangular hall is of length 30 meter and breadth 15 meter. A border of 2 meter width is to be paved all around inside the hall. So the word is inside the hall and paved is like we have to cover it inside. Find the number of square tiles of size 50 centimeter required and total cost of tiles if cost of one tile is rupees 8. So what has happened here is that first you make the diagram, first you make the rectangle 30 meter and 15 meter, right? So length and breadth. Now what is happening? A border of 2 meter width is inside. So 2 meter inside here and here, which is 4 meter. So 15 becomes 11 here and this 30 becomes, because it is a border, right? So here also 2 meters and 2 meters, so 4 meters from here. So and this from inside. So the paving is inside, which means this area will be of paving. So this becomes 26 inside, length becomes 26 and inside breadth becomes 11 because this was 15 and 2 and 2. 15 minus 4. So we'll just discuss how it goes here, right? So now path is the shaded portion. The path is the shaded portion, right? So the two rectangles are ABCD and EFGH. 2 meter width is paved inside. So it is asking how many square tiles will be used to cover the pavement. So the path is the shaded portion, right? So area of the rectangle ABCD minus area of the rectangle EFGH is the shaded portion or the path. So the shaded portion is the path is the same thing. Now this has to be covered by square tiles. Now square tile has a size of 50 centimeter. Size means it's a square tile means a side. Side is 50 centimeter. So now let's do the question here. 30 into 15 meter square minus 26 into 11 meter square. You know how does 11 and 26 here? Because it is from inside and 2 and 2 meters. So 2 meters here, 2 meters here, 4 meters less. 2 meters here and 2 meters here, 4 meters less on the length. 4 meter you reduce on the length and 4 meter you reduce on the breadth. So this becomes 26, this becomes 11. So when you subtract the area of rectangle of the bigger rectangle minus area of small rectangle, you will get the path or the shaded portion. That is what they have asked you. So find the number of square tiles of size 50 centimeters required and total cost of tiles if cost of one tile is rupees 8. Now square tiles like this will be actually used to pave it. Suppose this is a square tile, again a square tile, and size, these are all square tiles. So how many square tiles will we use? We have to first calculate the number of square tiles. Now the size of the side is 50 centimeter. 50 centimeter, 50 centimeter. This is a square tile, right? So basically now we have to convert into meters, into centimeters. Why? Because this meter has to be converted to centimeters, because then only we can calculate the number of tiles. As I told you that the units have to be same, right? So this becomes 164 meters square. If you subtract this, 450 minus 286. Now square tiles to be put on path. Size or side of the square. Size or side is the same thing, because it's a square. So 50 centimeter is half a meter, because 100 centimeters is equal to 1 meter, right? So half a meter is 50 centimeter. Units have to be same, so converted to meters. That's what I was telling you. Units have to be same, so converted to meters. So converted to meters, right? Because this is in meters, so this also has to be, it has to be same, right? We have to know how many tiles square tiles have to be used, right? Because this is obviously room and meters. Rooms are in meters only in most cases. Square tile is in centimeters. So convert centimeters to meters, right? So we converted this to meters. So this is half a meter. Now area of one square tile is A into A, which means half into half, which is 1 by 4 meters square. And we won't say 50 into 50 because it is converted to meters, right? Because the area of the path is in meters. So we have to convert centimeters to meters. So area of one square tile will be 50 centimeter, which is half a meter. So half a meter is 1 by 2 into 1 by 2, which is 1 by 4 meters square. So 1 by 4 meters square. This is the area of one square tile. Now how many tiles will be there? You just simply divide. So what we did, 164 meters square upon 1 by 4 meters square, which is the number of square tiles to be used, which is 164 into 4, which is 656 tiles. So 656 square tiles will be used to pave the inner path. And how much will be the cost? Cost of one tile is 20 rupees 8. Cost of 656 tiles will be 8 into 656, which is 5,248. This is a very good question, and this question can certainly come, and you need to practice this. And it is a very simple question. If you just make the diagram properly, this is a square tile. How many square tiles to be used? But the square tile was given in centimeters, and we have this whole in meters. So we converted in the same units. We converted the centimeters to meters. So that meters and meters got cancelled, and we got the number of square tiles. At the same time, we also know that we want the pavement has to be inner, has to be inside. So path is always to do with the area. So it's inside, 2 meters inside. So 2 meters from here, 2 meters from here. So that's why 15 minus 4. And here also 2 and 2 meters. It is 2 into 4. So 30 minus 4 is 26. 26 into 11. And 30 into 15. Outer rectangle minus inner rectangle is the path. Okay. I hope you got this now. Next question. Find the cost of fencing a circular garden. Find the cost of fencing a circular garden of radius 50 meter at the rate of 3.50 per meter. Pi is 3.14. You know this. Pi is equal to 3.14 or 22 by 7. And it's actually a circular garden. So now fencing is always perimeter. So let's do this question. Fencing is perimeter, right? So perimeter of circle is also the circumference of circle. So perimeter of circle or 2 pi r, right? So 2 pi r is 2 into pi is 3.14 given. 2 into 3.14 into 50 meter. 50 meter is radius. It is given to, right? Radius is 50 meter, right? So this 2 into 3.14 into 50. 50 into 2 is 100. So 100 into 3.14 is 314 meter. So this is the perimeter. Perimeter of the circle is 314 meters. Now what is given to you? Cost of 1 meter is given to you, which is 3 rupees 50 paisa. And so students, cost of 304 meter will be just multiplying this, which is 1099 rupees. That's being asked to you. That is what was asked. What is the cost of fencing a circular garden of radius 50 meter? So radius is given, you know 2 pi r. 2 pi r and pi you have to use this one. 3.14. So you did get this as 314 meters as circumference. And then you also know 1 meter is 3.50. What is the cost of 314 meter? 314 meter, because it's fencing. It's all fencing is circumference or the perimeter. It's not the area. So it is fencing is outer boundary, or outer boundary, not the path. So this is it. Okay, yeah. One more thing. In the concepts, I had mentioned in one of the places which I have corrected. So the very if you go through perimeter and area concepts in the table, you just remember one thing, that the path is always to do with the area. So in the circle wherein there is mentioned 2 pi r minus r, so 2 pi r minus r, basically that is when two concentric circles are given to you and when circumference is given to you for both the circles, and you have to calculate the width. So in the table there was correction which I have done. You can check it now in that concepts. In the concepts, wherein I have put the table and the concepts, and the video is perimeter and area concepts. So therein in the ninth point of circles basically is to do with the width. So width is simply r minus r. Okay, r minus r is the width. So there is another question which is coming here. So r minus r is the width. So 2 pi r minus r is not the width. Right, so just remember this, that I have corrected now, and also we will just go through a question as well on that, right? So another question: if the area of circle is 616 meters square, if the area of circle is 616 meters square, find its circumference. Simple. Area of circle is pi r square. We all know pi is 22 by 7. Okay, so 22 by 7 into r square is equal to 616. R square is equal to 616 into 7 upon 22. So what happens? You cut this by 2. This becomes 11. This becomes 308. So you now directly can cut from 11 only. 11 1 is 11. 11 into 28 is 308, right? So 28 into 7 is 196. So R square is equal to 196, right, students? So R is square root of 196, which is 14 meters. That's the answer. So that's 14 meters is the radius. What is being asked? 2 pi r. Circumference is being asked. So 2 pi r is 2 into 22 by 7 into r, which is 14, which is 2 into 22 into 2, which is 88 meters, right? So this is a good question. Though this can come for 2 marks. Area is given to you. Circumference is asked. Simply just replace the values. You know the formulas of area of circle. Pi r square and 2 pi r is the circumference, right? So first you do calculate the r by you get the r square, and you know from r square you get the r, and then when you get the r, then you can easily calculate the circumference, which is 2 pi r. Okay. Now this is the width question, very important question. So when you go to perimeters and area concepts video, simply the last point of circles. Simple thing is that the width is r minus r. So we'll do a question now. Width is to do with the circumference. So okay. Another question is a track is in the form of a ring, whose inner circumference is 132 meters and outer circumference is 176 meters. Find the width. So basically, as I told you, it's always to do with the circumference. Whenever the circumference of the outer circle and the inner circle is given, then you can calculate the width. So width is to do with the circumference. Let the inner circle have radius r and let the outer circle have the radius bigger r, right? So now width is equal to r minus r. Simple. So 2 into 22 by 7, right? 176 minus 132. Okay. So this is what? This is the was it given to you? Yeah. It is outer circumference is given to you. So it is given 176. This thing. Okay. Let me. There's a slight correction here. This is not relevant. This whole I am rubbing it. studying. Okay, just ignore it. This thing, my duster is not very something bad with the duster. Sorry. So this is simply r minus r, right? So what I've done, circumference, the outer circumference is C2 and inner circumference is C1. Already what is given to you? Inner circumference C1. C1 is 132 meters, right? So outer minus inner is the outer minus inner is the so what we'll do, we'll take the radius first. When we know the outer circumference, we can calculate the radius. How? This is outer circumference given to you 176. 176 into 2 pi r, 2 into pi into r. So r is 176 upon 2 pi. 176 upon 2 pi, right? Which is 176 into 7 by 22. So 176 upon 2, which is already there, and this becomes into 7 by 22, right? So this becomes 88. How? If you cut this by so 22, this is by 2 into 88, right? 2 into 2 8 to 16 and 2 88, right? So 88 and 88 into 7 upon 22. So 22 and 88 by 22 is 4. So 4 into 7 is 28, right? So now simply what is happening, we are calculating the width, we know the circumference. When we know the circumference of the outer circle, we can calculate the r of the outer circle. So we know the r of the outer circle, which is 28. Now we also have to calculate r of the inner circle. Now simply you see this diagram. R is the outer circle and radius r, inner circle radius small r. So when the difference between the outer circle radius and the inner circle radius is the width. Simple. R minus r is the, and then circumference will be given. So circumference will be given to you and width will be simply r minus r. Bigger circle radius minus smaller circle radius. And we are using circumference for that. Now for the inner circle again, this was given to you, inner circle was 132 meters, right? So 132 meters is equal to 2 pi r again, which is the circumference. You simply calculate the smaller r then, which is 132 upon 2 pi, which is 132 upon 2, and this pi is 22 by 7, so this becomes 132 upon 2 into 7 by 22, which means same way you just cut this. This becomes 2, if you cut this by 2, this is 66 into 7 upon 22, right? So this is 21 meters. So width is r minus r, 28 minus 21, which is 7 meters, right? One more thing is 11th question. The 6th question, actually there were two questions, but I just put question 6 for both the different questions. So basically we had done 10 questions instead of 9. So this is the 11th question now. So 6th question was basically question 6. I did mention 2 times, and they were different questions. So there's basically one more question we already did. So instead of 9th in the previous slide, it was 10 questions done. So this is 11 now, right? So now let's move further. Now 2 more questions left. A piece of wire of measure 21 centimeter into 23 centimeter is in the form of a rectangle. A piece of wire of measure 21 centimeter into 23 centimeter is a rectangle. Is in the form of a rectangle. It is cut and bent. It is cut and bent to form a shape of a circle, right? Find the diameter of the circle, right? Not a very difficult question. So this you always make a diagram. 23 and 21. It is bent and a circle is formed. You know, you did these questions of rebent and bent in square and rectangle as well. Similarly, now a rectangle is bent to form a square. So which means perimeter of rectangle is equal to circumference of circle. This is the meaning of this. Which means perimeter of the rectangle is equal to circumference of the circle. Because I told you that bent, when you are rebent or bent, it is always on the circumference, right? So twice length plus breadth is equal to 2 pi r. Right, now we replace the values twice. Length is 23, breadth is 21, or vice versa. Anyways, you can put, doesn't make a difference. So I'm putting this as 23 and length, and this is breadth. So this is 23 plus 21 is equal to 2 pi r. Now pi into 2 into r is d. 2 into r is d. So why we use this? Because it is also 2 pi r or pi d. 2r is d. because we have to calculate diameter. Instead of 2r, instead of 2r, I am putting d, so it becomes pi d. So even circumference of the circle you can also put as pi d, right? So pi into d. So this becomes you now see over here, this is 44 into 2 is equal to 22 by 7 into d, because it is pi d. So now d becomes 7 will go here, so it becomes 2 into 44 into 7 upon 22, and 22 into 2 is 44, so this becomes 2 into 2 into 7, which is 28. So the diameter is 28 centimeters, right? That's a good question, but not very difficult. You simply have to when you put 2 pi r is equal to 2 into r into pi, right? So 2 into r is d, which is diameter. Diameter is twice the radius, so 2 into pi r can also be written as pi d, which is also pi d is also the circumference of the circle, right? Simply we have used that thing. Now the last question here. A circle is inscribed in a square. A circle is inscribed, which means it is inside the square, whose each side is 28 centimeter. Each side of the square is 28 centimeter. Now you see the diagram 28, 28, right? Find the area of the circular region. That's a very simple question. We have to find the area of the circular region. We know this as a side of the square. We also know that the side of the square is also the diameter of the circle. So diameter is 2r. Diameter is 2r. So first area of the circular region is pi r square, because we have to find that. Now side of square is equal to diameter of circle. This is what I have mentioned to you. Side of the square is equal to diameter of the circle, right? You can see this. That's inscribed inside. So this is the side of the square, and it is also the diameter of the circle, which means what is the side of the square? 28, which is given to you. So 28 is equal to 2 into r, because diameter is 2r, and r is equal to 14. R is equal to 14. So why do we need r? Because we need the area of the enclosed figure, which is a circle. So pi r square is the area, which is pi 22 by 7 into r was 14 square, which is 14 into 14. So you just cut 114 by 7, which is 2. So it becomes 7 to the 14, so it's 22 and 28. So 22 and 28 is 616 centimeters square. So these are all the questions, and I hope though this chapter was a little lengthy, but the 3 videos which you got in this chapter and covering the whole of important questions of class 7th for this chapter. First was the concepts. The second video was on square and rectangle, and the third video, which is the third one, we covered path, we covered 4 walls, we covered triangle, parallelogram, and circle. So with this, this chapter is complete, and hope you like this chapter. If you like if you like the video, do practice, give a like, and also as I always mention to you that those who haven't subscribed to the channel, or if you share with your friends, do tell them to subscribe and click the bell icon so that they don't miss upon any upcoming videos. And I hope this chapter is not difficult, and till the time you practice questions and concepts hand in hand, it will be all good. So I thought to divide this chapter into 3 parts. Do study concepts, which is the first video. Second will be on square and rectangle, and third will be this one. So with this, all the questions and concepts will be